Welcome everybody to Emergency Mutts of the Week. As the title suggests, we're going to be covering multiple mutts in one video. It's more of a discussion rant type of a video. I want to see kind of how non-serialized Mutts of the Week do on the channel. Maybe this is just like a way for me to upload more fun videos. But essentially, we just covered Pirate King Momo yesterday. Speaking of which, yo, my respects to Pirate King Momo. He reacted to that shit live. He showed my channel name. I gotta respect the man who's willing to watch a video criticizing him, laugh at it, and even promote the person who's doing it, bro. So Momo gets the Mung stamp of approval. He's chill as hell. Essentially, we're going to be covering a lot of talking points here. Basically, the Kingsman Chud explosion.
You stupid fucking chud! You fucking chud!
You know, let's be real here, guys. Everybody dogpiled on the girls involved here. What's her name? CC, Zaza Stack. And, you know, rightfully so. They're stupid in their own way, and they handled it very poorly. But Kingsman's not no innocent chungus, bro. He overstepped. And let's be real, if you've played with Kingsman before, he's hella annoying in game, bro. I hate to say it, he just is. I don't like having someone plug the controller up my ass and try to control me like I'm a fucking robot. So we're going to be covering that. We're also going to be covering the embarrassment of this whole situation and how NetEase might be hesitant to, you know, foot the bill for any future Creator Cups. The next point is going to be the team drafts in general, and like how some players really don't belong in the team draft, bro. They shouldn't be allowed in the tournament. You know, if you're a one trick at 200 ping, I hate to say it, especially for Black Widow, probably shouldn't be in here. But regardless of that, we're also going to talk about how, you know, other teams who got the short end of the stick, other players who got the short end of the stick didn't complain. Look over here, guys. If you think this team is super good, you know, you got a rude awakening coming to you. This team's shit. I don't see Pirate King Momo. I don't see Aramori complaining. You know, they got fucking Captain Coach Machu XD Samju on BP and Jacer. So if these people aren't complaining, what gives Kingsman a right to fucking moan and bitch and cry, bro? Like, let's be real. So let's get into it. The Kingsman Chud explosion. So basically, Kingsman, you know, gets his team. Let's be real. Let's look at his team. Yeah, it's dog shit. He's got CC. He's got Fumiata. Got Zaza Stack, Lucy 444, and who the fuck is Casey Dilla? You know, I don't know. And if I saw any of these people on my team in a normal ranked game, I'm thinking maybe we lost. Maybe not Fumiata because they just play, you know, a busted Angela, so like they'll just get free value off that abused hero. But everybody else, God bless. You know, I'm expecting the -20. So Kingsman loads in with this shit team. He's already tilted off the rip for sure. I don't have all the clips here. I'm not going to include clips. I do not care enough to do that. This is going to be like just a ramble fucking thing. But basically, Kingsman does a chud explosion on his team multiple times. You know, maybe not a full-blown chud explosion, but he's really annoying with stating the fact that, yo, we need to get off Widow. We need to get off Widow. We got to play, you know, this and that and this. Let's be real, guys. He's not the team captain. That's not his choice. Now, should every player have an input? Of course. But in the end of the day, when they tell you once, twice, and 3 times that they don't want to do it, when you're asking 4 more times, bro, it becomes tiring. You just got to accept that in life, sometimes you don't get, you know, the role of luck you want. Now, he got a shit team, and his shit team wanted to run a dog shit hero. You know, like, yeah, we've seen the infamous 0-5 game, but, you know, there's other games where she actually did well, too, but nobody wants to include that. But regardless, you know, his team is shit. The thing that I don't quite understand is, you know, he kept repeating 40K tournament, 40K tournament. It's not 40K, it's 3,000. I mean, obviously he addresses that after. But he, for some reason, thinks he can just like 1v11 some of these teams. Like, yeah, he basically 1v11 Simi's team in a scrim. But look over here, guys. What do you think the chances of Mr. Kingsman actually beating these teams are with his, you know, to be fair, dog shitter team? He also has Big Puffer, who was supposed to play with him in the tournament there. I don't think someone here was supposed to be like swapped out, and Big Puffer was supposed to be on the team, and he's like legitimately diamond. He slithers out of the swamp whenever NetEase hangs him a bag, bro. You got to understand, this game is it's a lost cause for you already. So let's look. CC, Fumiata, King Smith, Zaza Stag, Lucy 444, Casey Dilla versus Kiku, DMR, Eileen, Zotic, Mad Little G team pool. You lost instantly, no joke, bro. PQ, I think I've seen them before. I mean, they're GM3 there after the placements. Whatever, maybe they had a bad run. DMR is legitimately one of like the top top like 3 Spider-Mans ever. I don't know what you would rank him currently, but he's up there. You know, I don't want to face him on Spider-Man. That shit's AIDS. You got Eileen, plays with Usher, plays support. They're decent, you know. They're not like an A tier. They're like a B tier player in ranked. If I saw them on my team, I'm not gonna like, you know, tilt out and run the game down. Zotic, I've never really played with them that much. They play tank or some shit. I think like people say they're good. Mad Little G, probably the weakest link on the team. Again, doesn't matter. Their weakest link's better than their weakest link. That's just how it is. And team captain, good player. If you believe for one moment that King Smith is gonna 1v11 this team, bro, with his dog shit, legit dog shitter team, you're just delusional, bro. He basically chuds bloated and raged out on his team. Not rage. Okay, let me rephrase. He didn't rage out, but he created an awkward atmosphere for his team over a guaranteed loss, anyways. Like, what would he have gotten on his team if they didn't, you know, rage with each other? 4th place, 5th place. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's in the wrong necessarily. Like, is he right? Would they have a higher chance if they played like a more meta comp aside from Magic? Like, you know, got her off of Widow and they like, you know, they rearranged it somehow? Of course, you know, no one's denying that he is correct in that, bro. But the reality is, you are not team captain. You don't have control. And, you know, unfortunately, when you got a big viewership, people tend to just, you know, go hate on the people you're fighting it with, bro. Like, let's be real. And it doesn't help that they're women. You know, women are a bigger punching bag in gaming in general. Like, look at it right now. This it's a shit show, bro. Like, you got Zaza Stack getting fucking death threats. They're telling her to, like, do a 360 COD jump off a building. We got CC probably receiving death threats by the fucking hundreds of thousands at this point. We got, like, creatures of the swamp, like, fucking Capone slithering out and trying to, like, say, yeah, man, Kingsman. Like, it's a whole shit show, bro. And apparently, on the grapevine, I heard that, you know, CC asked you to come out and tell people like to stop harassing them. This could be completely wrong, and I'll be more than, you know, happy to correct myself in the comments. But from what I heard, CC asked Kingsman to make a video to tell people to stop like harassing, and he like said no. Low key, that's kind of brain dead if that's true. But regardless, you know, he was never gonna win this shit. Like, let's compare it to Ashigo's team. Like, Ashigo's team turbo stomps Kingsman's team anyway. So it's like, what are you fighting for? We have people like Aramori, a pro, Pirate King Momo, probably like a top. I don't know where I would rank him in this tournament. Like, in terms of like hit scan type of, like, in terms of the best champs in the game, he's probably the best player in the tournament. Like, yeah, Day with his dive champ on Spider-Man's maybe more of a threat in different areas, but in terms of hard hit scan, he's probably the best player there. These guys weren't complaining. I didn't hear nobody cry like fucking 5 days ago that, yo, I got Captain Coach Jacer and fucking Samju. Nobody was crying. Aramori took that shit. She didn't care. Pirate King Momo was just like having fun. It's a creator comp tournament, bro. Like, you gotta relax. You're chud raging. Now someone's gonna say, yeah, you know, there should be a competitive integrity. Like, if he really wants to win, what's wrong with that? Like, this is where it comes with like social skills and dealing with people. So, like, nobody wants to get micromanaged. You're dealing with low elo jabablo shitters, bro. They do not care. They don't care. They're not as competitive as Kingsman. They don't give a flying fuck. Ask once, ask twice. The third time, you gotta expect for them to tell you to shut the fuck up. Now, again, even if CC's sitting there yelling at you saying, shut the fuck up, bro, like, I'd be laughing my head off. The second I got into the situation where I know that we're not swapping out Black Widow, I would have been doing COD 360s and magic moves, like, just like joke plays, bro. I would have been having a laugh, say, yo, let's go, team. And I would have just tried my best. You never want to put your team in a position, especially a creator comp thing where everybody's supposed to be friendly with each other, where they feel like they're gonna just lose automatically. Like, believe me, bro, I could be in game on like Jeff Rocket, and if I had Kingsman in my ear barking the entire time, I'd play worse too. It's just how it is. Like, nobody's looking at both sides objectively. It's fucking cringe. Everybody in this is a mutt. Like, no offense to Kingsman fans here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to dogpile just on Kingsman, but we gotta have objective fairness in the community. Like, if no one else is gonna do it, I'm more than happy to do it. I'll take the heat for it. I do not give a shit. Never have, never will. None of you guys have played with Kingsman in comp. Do you know what he's like, bro? He's not the most fun person to play with. If you make a mistake, he's gonna fucking call it out. He's gonna micromanage it. He's gonna micromanage the team in general because he thinks he's like the fucking king of this shit half the time. I've played with him and experienced it. If that's off stream, on stream, he probably does it less. I don't watch Kingsman. But let's be real, that's just how it is. It's not fun. Now imagine having to deal with a whole week of that shit. You would probably get annoyed with him and crash out too. I don't blame them. But the way they handled it, the way CC handled it, is cringe as hell. You know, I don't have all the full details of like everything. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I can't bear to sit and watch these two people talk for an hour to almost 2 hours of content. I swear to God, I can't do it. I try to, and it just like I got enough of the info to make a video on this. Like, there's just too much, man. These people suck. I'm sorry. If you're their fans, God bless, bro. But they suck, man. I can't bear to listen to them. I'm legit getting tilted right now. I'm gonna have a chat explosion myself. Now, moving on from that, guys, as a fucking community, man, like, isn't this shit embarrassing? NetEase, God bless them, bro. They support this game more than other devs. They put $40,000 into a creator tournament to try to like surprise the fucking people in it, bro, and just like make people get hungrier to play. Just be like, yeah, let's go, guys. We're gonna have a fun time. We all get something, and it turns into this. Like, I don't blame devs for not wanting to be involved in their game that much, and like the content creator fake pro, like, you know, have fun scene. Like, look what they got for it, man. They got people creating drama online, making videos, putting that shit on YouTube for everybody to see. Like, oh, well, Rivals is a joke. Maybe we shouldn't play this game. Like, it's just sad, man. Like, oh my God, guys. Like, how low do we go in a community? Especially, and again, we got Capone coming out here saying all women. Of course, this is a woman thing, woman moment. Ha ha ha. Like, oh my God, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. All I'm asking is, if you've already made your opinion on the Kingsman drama, I'd be willing to open yourself up to another idea. Nobody in here is innocent. Everybody sucks. Should he have been kicked out? Probably not. I'll be honest. Like, if I was running it, I wouldn't have kicked him out. I would have like given him like a fine. He would have been on like a final warning. I would have said, listen, man, it is what it is. You're not getting put on another team. Accept what's happening. Play, or if you want to back out, feel free. That's what I would have done. But we turned it into a whole big drama. Like, my last point that I want to cover before we end this video here is, why is Zaza Stack in the game, bro? How many of you guys play with Zaza Stack? I've never seen Zaza Stack in my life. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, yo, I'm not like, she's a creator, bro. She's a big creator, #1 Black Widow. I know, and I'm not trying to hate on her. I don't know her. I'm sure she's a lovely person, bro. But the reality is, personally, I wouldn't sign up for no fucking creator clash if I'm a Black Widow main. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you're setting yourself up. You're setting the people you're going to play with up to just lose. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, bro? Like, it's just, that's my personal opinion. Like, if I was running the tournament, if I was BasimZB, I don't know how it is. I would look at the submissions. I'd be like, yeah, this is a Black Widow one trick. Yeah, it's a content creator, but we already got big content creators, so exposure's not a problem. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to deny this one. You know, we just want to create it, like, you know, have flexible players. If you're like a one trick of like a really, really good hero, that's fine. Maybe we could, like, if you're like a invisible woman one trick, that's like a Swiss Army knife character, that's fine. You can come in. But Black Widow, bro, like, she made the mistake of saying, I could play Phoenix too. You can. She's not good at Phoenix, bro. She's good at Black Widow, and that's it. And debatably, she's only good in, like, you know, low lobbies, like Celestial 3, Celestial 2. She can't kick it up with big dogs, man. DMR diving her on Black Widow. Could you imagine that finale if they somehow made it there? I'd fucking pay to see that, bro. It would be a disaster class. So, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm embarrassed of the Rivals community. Everybody sucks. Am I drama farming? Yeah. Do I care? No. Yeah. So congrats, guys. We got multiple mutts this week. We got Kingsman, CC, and everybody involved, man. Everybody's a mutt. You all suck. I'll see you all next week for Mutt of the Week 9. Take it easy. See you later. Bye.